YouTube? I'm back again today for another Kickstarter critique where I take a look at a different Kickstarter tabletop game project every weekday at 1:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Give my honest thoughts on how that project is being ran. So if you enjoy that kind of content, please be sure to click on the subscribe button down below. As always, I'm going to be checking out a project on a platform. Today we're doing Kickstarter, 11th most popular project on Kickstarter games right now. Actually, quite a few video games in the top 10, which you don't see nearly as often. So I'm excited to see a little bit more of that. A War of Whispers expansion of influence. 9 days left, 949%. A new threat strikes from the sea. Who will be positioned to claim the advantage? So immediately, I hate everything. I hate everything. That's part of the reason why I wanted to cover this. Is just because if you don't know what War of Whispers is, they're not going to help you in any way, shape, or form. I don't know the player length, the time count, the age, the mechanisms, the components. I don't know the designer. I don't know the artist. I don't know anything. They're like, we're not going to let you know anything because we're just going to go off our name. I feel like that was a really poor choice. Now, it's 949% funded because fans of this game, obviously, are excited about an expansion for the game. But everyone else, we're going to need more. Like, right there. Like, just a playable city generator. Like, a brief description even or something. Let me know something. A new strike threat from the sea. And then it's $47,000. 1,100 backers. $5,000 funding goal. As always with the video, I'm thinking three things. Do I want it? Can you do it? How much is it? And specifically for you, convince me about why I need to get this and the original base game. Because that's going to be the majority of the people most likely who are going to see this campaign, assuming you actually are bringing in new people, which that main image is not going to.
As the various clans fight across the land, no one knows that it's you who pulls the strings.
Whoa.
You're the one making things happen. But now there are even more levers for you to pull, more devices for you to utilize. There's even more ways for you to increase your expansion of influence. This is a modular expansion for the hit game War of Whispers. From the far-off islands, the Orca clan is now raiding the shore. Use your influence to control them like you would any other faction, but be careful as they award you no loyalty points at the end of the game. The new guild...
That is so insanely deep in the weeds. Which, if you're talking just to fans of the original game, fine, but to everybody else is like, oh, okay, that's an interesting thing to mention.
Guild spaces add new ways to play and manipulate the board state. These allow you to place out ports, upgrade council spaces around the board, swap agents with each other, and more.
Yeah, the board looks great. The components look great. Once again, that decision to just go with half of a box and fund in 1 hour. Such a garbage-made image.
And if you want to really change things up, flip the board over and play with one of the many scenarios given in the expansion. Or you can...
See, so once again, that could be the thing. You have tons of space here. You could mention 4 new scenarios or anything like that. There's so many things that you could mention here, and you just fart out a little bit of theme. And not even a lot, like a juicy bit of theme. Just
even draft out a completely new board so the game is different every single time. Okay. Play with 1, 2, or all 3 modules at once.
Beautiful.
There's always more strings to pull, more minds to manipulate. Back War of Whispers, expansion of influence today.
That's the video. Do I want it? No, not really. I mean, I guess if I'm a fan, I do. But I probably wanted it with, like, it's 3 new modules in a 5th player thing. I mean, yeah, of course I'm going to want it. So after the video, do I want it? Not yet. Can you do it? Yeah, it's an expansion. Not really worried about that. And how much is it? Don't know. 15 created, 0 backed. Tabletop Tycoon was founded by Dan Yarrington, who has been selling, shipping, and making tabletop games since 1996 for Game Salute, if I recall correctly, which has a very long track record of not good stuff, if you want to go back and look into that. All of our sales benefits Toys for Tots, which means a lot to us since Dan used to receive games from Toys for Tots as a kid. Since some of our most popular titles include Everdell, A War of Whispers, Black Orchestra, Alien Frontiers, Princess Bride games, and more. Man, some of those Princess Bride games were so terrible. We make games, we sell games, we give games, we make the word better, one game at a time. Awesome. Like a complete PR re-scrape. Like that's exactly what they should have done. They did a great job of it. Let's see how much stuff they have not shipped out. Honestly, on the Can You Do It, I'm not particularly worried just because they've done a lot of stuff, and they do a lot of stuff. Yeah, $866,000 for the last Everdell thing, which was earlier this year, so that one's obviously not going to be out yet. We got Everdell Duo. I believe I have seen this one out in the wild, I think. Let's double check. We also need help with our missing shipment. We emailed support. We've reached, so it was 1 day ago, 1 hour ago. I just got my package yesterday in Japan out of the blue a couple of hours late. I found the shipment in my email. Cool. So people are getting their stuff. In Australia, shop already have copies, still waiting. RDPM, no response. Starting to regret backing your other Kickstarter. This is what to expect. In New Zealand, same situation. PM'd a week ago, got a response saying they would get back to me. So far, have not. I'm in the same boat in Australia. I sent them an email. They replied last night saying they were going to contact their shipping partner and find out. Didn't tell me who they used, which is annoying, or a timeline, or anything. Chris, Superbagger. It is rather frustrating and annoying seeing retailers have this game prior to a Kickstarter backer. Part of this idea of backing a Kickstarter is getting pseudo-early access to the game, but then to see it available to someone who didn't pay for the game 6+ months ago get it before you is absolutely terrible. The whole process, lack of communication and detail is misleading. Is leading me to not back another one of Everdell's Kickstarters again. Yeah. It looks like if you're international shipping, you might wanna reconsider. You might have some issues. You might have some frustrations, that's for a lot of companies, honestly. Very disappointed with the puzzles. I'm a speed puzzler who can do a 500-piece puzzle in around an hour. My first attempt at Velfair Festival has taken over a week. These are low-quality cuts. The inner pieces only have 2 shapes, and the variants on them in minuscule, leading to many pieces fitting together, even though they don't go together. The large swaths of similarly colored background then become almost impossible to do. You start piecing them together only to realize that somewhere you made a mistake and it becomes trial and error. Puzzle complaint, but it seems logical. Received puzzles and blankets. Received the blankets just a while ago, just the blankets plus everything. Okay. So, can you do it? I'm not particularly worried about it, but it does look like if you're going international, or if you're back of their puzzles, you might want to reconsider. Just wait for retail. Hi, I'm happy this campaign funded. That said, other projects have made my experience on various crowdfunding platforms a sour one. As a result, I will no longer be backing anything on Kickstarter, GameFi Backer, etc. I am done. Cool. The platforms, it would seem, care about their bottom line as they should, but they do not care about the overall customer. I'm sure, they're just on a soapbox, just randomly. Okay. I feel like Facebook's more the place for that sort of thing. But hey, what else? You want to use it just like a message board? Go for it. So, can you do it? Yeah, I'm not really worried about that, honestly. It's an expansion for presumably a highly rated game. Hopefully they'll tell me that. All of tabletop sales benefits to go for Toys for Tots. Campaigns delivered, 142. Campaigns open, 2. A War of Whispers, expansion of influence. 2 to 5 players, ages 14, plus 60 minutes of new threat strikes from the sea. There's just beginning to swim, blah. What's in the box? Double-sided. What's the price? Hit me with that. Gameplay, or hit me with gameplay. Okay. Yeah, $29. I'd put that on the main image, honestly. $99 for everything. And this is what I want. Looking for more? Okay. This is a nice, clean shopping area. I'd put this, yeah. I put this, I guess, higher, but there's not a lot ahead of it. Yeah. This feels like a rough draft almost, all right? Big shopping section, buy some of our older games, videos, A War of Whispers and Focus. This almost, man, I don't want to speculate. When did this launch? 4/15. A week ago. I'm gonna hold my tongue. Videos, lots of videos. In focus. So this is specifically for the expansion. So this is a preview. Wow, how to play? Yeah, that's great. I put that up higher too. Game of Thrones. Oh, wow. They got a lot of videos. This campaign is above board. This means 2 things. Shipping, $18 to $24, $21 to $27. Not a bad price. Destination summary, expanded shipping, taxes, terms of service, risks and challenges. Yeah, way to not really convince me at all that I need this game in any way, shape, or form if I don't already know what this game is. Yeah, as someone who's never played this game, I feel like they completely just didn't even try to bring me in. So here, I'll do your job for you. Let's get me excited a little bit about War of Whispers, because this crowdfunding campaign decided not to. And I just don't feel like that's fair. Hey, Ricardo, A War of Whispers. Okay. Also, there's expansion. So, yeah, Starting off, it's the number 890 game all time. That is 898. That's incredibly highly rated. You have a top 1,000 game. I'm going to mention that because when I look up here, we're going to be up next to some heavy hitters. Dice Hospital, Skyrise, Shipyard, Caverna, Cave vs. Cave, Station Fall, Smart 10, Tumblin' Dice, Disney Villainous. I mean, regardless of what you think about a lot of these games, these are a lot of games that most people would say are more hits than misses. I don't know, Super Battle, Spectre Ops. Oh, I love Spectre Ops, right? So this is, and I'm sure this one probably has some awards then that they have won or been nominated for that we could spotlight. You could also spotlight the other games that you've put out and how they've won awards as well. Yeah, Game of the Year winner. It was a Game of the Year winner. I don't know what Kanga is. I don't need to know what Kanga is. It won a freaking Game of the Year award, and I'm sure that it has some sort of logo. Why wouldn't you spotlight in my face the Kanga Game of the Year, top 1,000 rated game on Board Game Geek? You should check Clash on Kickstarter, a StarCraft-inspired board game. It looks interesting. I will try to get to that one on Thursday. All right, Inside War. Yeah, so yeah, like that wasn't hard. Like, does Tom have a quote that we could pull? Like, you could pull quotes from the original. Thanks for the review, Tom. We appreciate a good review. I had the exact same opinion that I had 3 players again in my boat. So, yeah. I'm sure you could go in here. I'm sure you said some nice stuff. What do you give it, a seal of approval? Yeah.
As though a really solid.
But they didn't. This feels like a very bare-bones Kickstarter. It feels odd. I dare to say it almost feels like... It's like... I don't want to speculate that. I don't want to speculate that. But I worry if we see these campaigns from companies that just look kind of rushed. I wonder if some of them might be rushed because they just are feeling the squeeze potentially from the tariffs or trying to, I don't know. I just wonder about stuff like that because this project feels like it should be a lot more exciting for that highly rated of a game. Will this campaign offer items in any English? What are the funds for the campaign being used for? Do an offer? Okay, that's an interesting one. Let's check out the updates. Funded and other updates from April 15th, 1 week ago. Wow, at just 30 minutes after launch, we've met our goal of $5,000. They're still flying by. Thank you so much. Much to all our backers so far. Whether this is your first foray into a war of whispers or if you've been manipulating things for the shadows from the start, we appreciate you. We want you to know, yes, we see in the comments regarding the tariffs, we do recognize the potential impact on expansion of influence. We wanted to reassure our backers that we were working on ways to actively mitigate their effects on our current and future crowdfunding campaigns. We also wanted to confirm that you will be there, no impact. So they got a live playthrough, replay, cool. See you in the shadows. No one had anything to say at all. Okay, let's check out the comments. Give this one a grade. Hey, for this expansion, will the deluxe components also be available in retail like they are in the base game, collector's edition? When do you think the game will hit retail? Yeah, probably. If they're not mentioning it, it probably means yeah. Hey, how does the tariff affect the production/delivery to other countries for this project? I got a lot of updates from other projects that I've back where a few were asking. They did not respond, but that was just 23 hours ago. Please don't use this comic to start a political discussion. How does it affect other countries? I'm not going to read too much of the tariff talks because honestly, it's over my head. Like, I don't want to speculate too much on that because I don't understand it well enough. I've read about it, and that's about where it ends. My degree is in early childhood education, so if I was trying to talk like I knew what the hell I was talking about with tariffs, it would be probably false. I know the collector's edition doesn't include cubes but plastic minis, but doesn't include the cardboard tokens. That'd be nice to answer 2 days ago. My buildings, so they came in here. I do a little bit more customer service, at least once a day. Pop in here. Sure, you got other things on your mind, but it is. Yeah, it just feels like this feels like such an afterthought. Let's go. I just want to see if they did the same for Everdell, because I can't imagine that the Everdell one doesn't have a lot more fancy bells and whistles and graphics and shots and. Ooh. No, it's roughly the same thing. Okay, would be cool if you could also look at the Tricerian 10-year anniversary campaign. Just started today. I think I have that one. I think I have that graphic already done. I was planning because I like Tricerian-ish. All right, final grade for this one. I feel like it feels like a rough draft of a project. Do I want it? Not really. I do. I mean, I don't know. Was there a rule booklet? They did have a gameplay, right? They had the videos. They had all these videos down here. Yeah, do I want to? Yeah, I guess I do. It's a top 1,000 game. I've always excited to try a top 1,000 game, especially with an expansion that adds new modules, which makes a game that was already great, even better. That always excites me, right? Because when you start to talk about adding expansion to games that are the top 1,000, you start talking about making a game one of the best games of all time, right? They could rebalance, retweak, fix some things like, oh, there are these few minor issues that you fixed in this otherwise amazing game, and then we added more to it. So yeah, I'm always excited about something like this. So do I want it? Yeah, I do, even though I don't feel like you sold it to me very well as someone who doesn't know anything about War of Whispers. Can you do it? Yeah, I'm not particularly concerned of it based on your track record. How blah this project looks compared to what I would imagine for it is a little disappointing on the how much is it? But at the end of the day, I don't feel like the price is bad, right? It's a pretty good price. Oh, yeah, we didn't even look at the pledge levels. 883 people just want the expansion, and then 164. So yeah, that right there pretty much says that yeah, you're not bringing a lot of new people there. 200's not bad, and I bet that's a lot of the BGG rub, like the videos they did on BGG. But I feel like like just a spruced up main image. Like this tells you absolutely nothing. This doesn't like a top 1,000 board game of all time. 3 new modules, $29. Anything could be here, The mechanisms, there's so much they could have put on here and in here, and it's just it doesn't look like they tried that hard to bring anyone new in it. And that's a 2/3 of a point grade bump down for me. Because I should feel like I want this game. That's the whole point of this thing. So, do I want it? Yeah, but not really because of you. Can you do it? Yeah, give that a nod. And how much is it? It's fine. So, solid grade, I guess. A C minus. I'll do this. I'll do a C, because here's the thing. I'm going to balance it out, because I think if I was a fan of the game, the fact that you told me in 1 minute, like, everything I needed to know. Like, oh, here's the new factions, or the new faction, you don't score the victory points or whatever, the 3 new modules, the game mode, cool, I'm in, $29, done. I feel like they should have just like an extra 45 seconds to just put some respect on this game's name would have been nice. And that could have been spread throughout the entire thing. And I know they did that with like one shut up and sit down video, but the rest of them just look like advertisements pretty much. Like, oh yeah, we paid Board Game Geek and we have these. C minus, C. Yeah. I'm going to go with C. Disappointing. I still want to try War of Whispers, Expansion of Influence. Have you played the game? Let me know what you think about it in the comments below. Let me know what you think about the Kickstarter. They have experience enough to have a better campaign. That's an excellent point, Ricardo. That is actually a really good point. Like, yeah, I'm going to go with a C minus. I think Ricardo just gave me a 1/3 of a point grade bump down there. C minus for a War of Whispers, Expansion of Influence. By the way, no show tomorrow because I'm going to be burning wood out in the woods, and I'm going to be clearing up a trail and doing some stuff like that, but hopefully we'll be back Thursday, Friday, and also a lot more content coming from the channel. Be sure to let me know if you have any specific requests, gameplays, how to plays, a bunch of different stuff. I'm throwing everything against the wall and getting back into it. So let me know what you think. And as always, thanks for your time, YouTube. Bye-bye.